Welcome to the Service Corps webinar. Hopefully this webinar will give you lots of information to help you submit the strongest application possible. Thanks for your time. We find that students who attend either the webinar or an in-person information session tend to submit really strong applications, so you are already ahead of the game. So let's just get started. The Service Corps seeks to help students develop their talents through helping people, and in that, hopefully discover a sense of purpose, linking your academic experience to your professional development experience. We're going to do a few things here today. This webinar is chock full of information. At the end of this, hopefully you will have learned how Service Corps can support you in your pre-professional growth, as well as increase your sense of civic engagement. We will help you to learn more about what it takes to become a member of the Service Corps. You will also learn more about the program components as well as the requirements, and you will also learn the very important steps to becoming a CUNY Service Corps member. So let's just get started. Our program is, most of our service placements fall into one of four categories. They represent both opportunity and need in New York City. The first category is a healthier city. So Service Corps members who are doing service placements in this area are addressing important community and public health issues such as diabetes, weight loss, asthma, etc. There are many different service placements that fall into this category. The next is a more resilient and greener city. Corps members support projects related to improving the city's green sustainability. Here you will see placements that are connected to reducing the carbon footprint of New York City, as well as other green initiatives such as community gardens. The next and probably the largest category is a better educated city. Here, Corps members will offer valuable supports to students of all ages, whether that be in a after-school program or helping high school students to achieve graduation, or helping senior citizens become more tech-savvy. The placements in this category are varied and probably outnumber all of the other categories. And last but not least is an economically stronger city. Here, Corps members will focus on improving the economic viability and success of distressed communities within New York City. For example, we have placements at the Federal Reserve, as well as community-based organizations such as AREVA, which help low-income Bronx residents complete their tax information. A little bit about our backstory. We are in our fourth year. We started in 2013. And it was a post-Superstorm Sandy initiative put forth by our Chancellor Emeritus Matthew Goldstein. After the superstorm happened in November of 2012, many of our campuses were affected, but what also happened was that CUNY students and faculty and staff really emerged as being an important part of the recovery effort after the storm. Many campuses also served as evacuation sites, and so at the time, Matthew Goldstein thought, what would it look like if we had a core of students who were ready to address some of the city's most pressing needs, and from that came the idea of the CUNY Service Corps. 2013 to 2015 was filled with lots of firsts. We were very successful from the very beginning. Our program expanded in the second year to include additional campuses. Our community partners grew from 96 to 136. 2,360 students have served or are serving as Corps members, and to date, this number is a little out of date. We have completed over 500,000 hours of service by cohorts 1, 2, and 3. That is nearly, over 500,000 hours of service to New York City by our Corps members. We're very proud of that. Service Corps today, we are continuing to grow a strong alumni pool that is making a difference here in New York City, and we are currently recruiting 950 new students for the fall of 2016. Let me just clarify, by new we mean students who have never participated in our program before. Unfortunately, it's a one-year opportunity program, so if you are an alum or if you've done CUNY Service Corps in the past, you will not be eligible to repeat the service year. We are looking for 950 brand new students that will begin service in fall of 2016. The question we want to know is, do you have what it takes to be in the Corps? I'm going to show a very brief video, and you will hear from our students from Cohort 1 about what qualities it really entails to be a Service Corps member, to be a successful Service Corps member. So I have to switch tabs here, but let's take a look.
Of the Service Corps, plain and simple, is to serve. I see this awakening in students, realizing things about themselves and about the world around us. Before, I was interested in pursuing social work and research, so working with children. I kind of developed a real passion for that.
It's more than just graduating and making tons of money. It's about what kind of change you're going to make in your community and in your world.
The Service Corps is definitely a hybrid program because it's doing two things. One is creating opportunities for students to be of service to New York City. But while that's happening, they're also having a pre-professional experience. Learn to serve, serve to learn.
Getting a college education is not enough.
What are the negatives?
You need to have the experience. And what this program does is it fills the gap.
Is there any action? Definitely, the process has made me develop my interpersonal skills a lot more.
I've met a lot of people. My networking is up there now.
It's opened so many doors for us, while at the same time we're helping. This is not just an internship. It's about really understanding that you're there to support the mission of the organization that you're a part of.
I have a couple of physician's assistants that are newly credentialed in our system.
Corps members, in many cases, the work is tied to their major, but sometimes they're not.
You have an open mind. You need to be willing to learn from mistakes. You also have to have that commitment to promote change. The majority of the people were for streets, transportation, public safety, more for the person that actually cares about New York and cares about the direction that it's going to take.
Someone who has the stamina for it, has the mindset to be like, hey, you know, maybe I can make a change. While we're looking for students who are involved, we also want students who have the time and the space to commit to this. I'm a student must be committed to work 12 hours per week for 24 weeks.
Beyond the 12 hours of their placement site, the students are also required to participate in an ongoing support program facilitated by the managers in place at the colleges.
It is our commitment to remain passionate. Being in the Corps is about a commitment to excellence. It's about being your best self. And I think a program like ours helps students broaden their worldview a little bit.
You got to better yourself. If you love what you do, you won't have to work a day in your life. And this program helps to cultivate that.
Good afternoon, volunteers. I think choosing work with a purpose is very important. Ultimately, if you're not helping some type of cause, I feel like you're not going to have a good quality of life and make you a way better person overall. You feel good knowing that you give back to the community.
You get a sense of connect with kids who are in the community system, who want to do something relevant that would enhance not only themselves but the city as well.
And I think it didn't matter what color, what nationality, what language barrier you have. It just came down to like, we want to do something.
It doesn't just seem like a program. It's more like a culture. I'm going to give you like a new identity. So I really do believe that this is going to be something that's going to be done on a larger scale, and that I have the identity as one of the originals of the CUNY Service Corps. I think that's the best part.
No one will recognize what you have if you don't get out there and show what you can do.
All right, let's switch back to our presentation. All right, so you heard from Service Corps members themselves about, in their opinion, what it takes to be a Service Corps member. Here are a list of our participating colleges. You must be a current member, enrolled in one of our partnering colleges in order to be in the Service Corps. So you'll see here Queens, Lehman, John Jay, BMCC, City College, City Tech, College of Staten Island, and Medgar Evers. We are on all 5 boroughs, and so are our placement sites. Now, here's some information about what the eligibility criteria includes. You must be working toward a degree at one of the participating colleges. You must be enrolled full-time, which is at least 12 credits for undergraduate students and 9 credits for graduate students in this current semester, spring 2016. And you must plan to enroll full-time in the fall of 2016 and the spring of 2017. So you must be a full-time student for the entire academic year. The only exception to this is if you are a graduating senior in the final semester of the program. There is some room there if you are, maybe you only have 9 credits to go, but that is the only exception. Full-time enrollment is an absolute requirement for the entire academic year. You must have a cumulative grade point average of 2.5. You must have earned at least 24 credits by the end of this coming summer, 2016. So if you are working toward that, you will have reached that by the end of summer. You're in good shape. If you're a community college student, you can have 18 credits completed by the end of summer 2016. Please note, though, that if you are a community college student who has 18 credits by the end of summer, you must apply with at least a 3.0 GPA. Everyone else is required to have a 2.5 GPA. If you have any questions about that, specifically if you're a community college student, you can reach out to the campus manager there. She can help answer all of your questions, and I will be giving that information for contact at the end of this presentation. All students must have addressed all remedial education needs before classes begin in the fall of 2016. So you still have some time if you have some remedial classes that you have to finish up and pass. And lastly, you have to have the proper work authorization as required by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Let's take a look at the program benefits. There are many, but let's start with the most obvious ones. But I want you to realize and keep this in mind that Service Corps is not just an internship. There are many internships available through your career office. I'm sure of it, but Service Corps is a little bit more than an internship. Think of it as a 24-week service commitment because we really want you to understand that your placement is related to doing service in New York City. You will be earning $12 an hour, working 12 hours per week for 24 weeks. And wherever possible, some students have been able to earn credits. This is on a case-by-case basis, and it depends on your campus, but in some instances, in addition to the $12 an hour for 12 hours a week over 24 weeks, some students have had the opportunity to earn credits. In addition, you gain a whole lot more. That's just the basic, obvious things. But in addition to that, you are gaining pre-professional skills and experience through real work experience where you are contributing to the mission of the community-based organization where you will be placed. You will have the opportunity to increase your civic engagement. This is a chance for you to give back to your community. We find that many CUNY students want to give back to their communities but don't know where to start or are prevented from doing that because they have real needs around employment. You know, CUNY students have to pay tuition. CUNY students have to buy books. And so CUNY students don't often have the luxury of doing service for the sake of service, but through the CUNY Service Corps, we provide you with an hourly wage that you can increase your civic engagement and give back to your community. It is also an opportunity for you to serve as an ambassador for CUNY and really represent all the value that CUNY students can offer to a place of employment. So everything that you do is really a reflection not only of you and your home campus, but CUNY at large. This is also an opportunity for you to do some career exploration. We have had some students who have changed their majors based on their experience, or have really narrowed down, some expertise that they want to explore in future career opportunities. So, be open-minded. You heard some of the students in the video talking about being open-minded. We don't promise you that your placement is going to be completely aligned with your major. We do take it into consideration, but in some cases, doing a service outside of your major may help you to see other things and explore different skills that you may also have. This is also a great opportunity for you to expand your network. Many of our alum, once they complete their service placements, continue to be affiliated with their service placement sites. They've been offered part-time, seasonal, full-time, or temporary employment after. And remember, your supervisors at your service placements, can serve as future references for your future jobs. So this is a great way for you to expand your network. Also, you are able to meet many other CUNY students, within your college as well as outside of your college. So the CUNY Service Corps is a great way for you to expand your professional network. And these are all opportunities for growth that we have heard our members discuss and express once they're done. So we give a lot, but we also expect a lot. This is not a program for everyone. This is for someone who is really committed to meeting all of the expectations. So again, just to reiterate, you must attend college full-time for the full academic year, fall 2016 and spring 2017. So for example, if you are graduating at the end of the fall semester, you will not be eligible for this program. You have to be a full-time student for both fall and spring of the academic year. You will be required to attend a matching fair and complete a matching questionnaire. The matching fair is a great opportunity for you to meet as many different partners as possible, practice your elevator pitch, submit resumes, and really explore the different opportunities, the hundreds of opportunities that exist in this program. But attending it is a requirement. You must also attend an onboarding session over the summer and follow up on any clearance-related processes. All of our members are technically considered employees of the CUNY's Research Foundation. So in the same way when starting a new job, you have to go and submit your copies of your identification, your social security card, etc. A similar onboarding process will happen over the summer if you are accepted into this program. You must also complete 14 hours of pre-service training, which happens in August, the week before school starts. So if you know that you are going to be leaving the country and going on a study abroad and you'll be gone all of the summer and you don't get back until September, you will not be able to be in this program. You have to be available at the end of August to complete your pre-service training. In October, once programming has started, you will submit a learning action plan that will outline all of your goals for the year. You must participate as well in a monthly workshop, which is called the Service Training and Development Series. Every Service Corps member attends one workshop per month during the school year in fall and spring to continue gaining professional development. You must also meet with your campus manager at least once per semester. This is to help you gauge your progress and also give you some tips and feedback about how to be as successful as possible. Many of our campus managers also help students navigate different opportunities when you're thinking about what you want to do next. And lastly, you must remain in good academic standing at your college. You know, first and foremost, you are students, and we want you to do as well as possible academically. Service Corps is there to support and supplement your education, but you are expected to be in good academic standing while you are in this program. Also, a side note, just so that you know, Corps members may not work for another Research Foundation project or hold another position with Research Foundation while they are enrolled in this program. So we also offer lots of support. Our goal is to help make sure that you are as successful as possible. So along with these supports are included advisement and coaching with your program manager, the ongoing support program in the form of monthly workshops, as well as continued professional development and training throughout the school year through special events, etc. This is just a few of our community partners. We have this year 136 community partners. They represent the 4 themes that we discussed at the beginning, and they are in all 5 boroughs. We just picked a few of their logos to give you an idea of some of the placement sites. A full list of our placement sites is available on our website. At the end of this presentation, I can show you where that is. And just if you have any questions about what are some potential projects you might work on as a Service Corps member, there are many. There are hundreds of them. These are just a few examples. So you can see here, you know, leading children through museum exhibits, helping to develop websites for community organizations, tutoring immigrants in English, helping companies to plan for future growth, helping immigrants apply for citizenship, working in the participatory budgeting with local city council members, and helping seniors become more tech savvy. Whatever your major is, whatever your interest is, there is probably a placement site that will help you to improve on those skills and explore that area. This is why we require everyone to attend the matching fair. You will be able to see all of the placement sites available, including the projects that they will be working on. So if you are looking for something specific, you'll probably be able to find it. We have many, many different types of projects being worked on by Service Corps members. So here we are, the meat and potatoes of the presentation. What you really probably want to know is, how do I get into this awesome program? So here are the steps to enroll. Our enrollment is sliced in 2. So there is the before selection. You're expected to do a couple of things. One, obviously, is you have to apply. The online application is open and live right now. You will be also asked to include a person who can serve as your reference, and they will be writing a letter of recommendation for you. The application opened online on January 15th. It officially closes on March 20th, but as you can see, we have a priority deadline. So any student who submits an application by February 29th, which is Leap Day, will receive an extra point on their application score. So this is something you might want to push yourself to do, meet that priority deadline and get that extra point. Once all of our applications are reviewed, you will be invited to attend a group interview. These group interviews will take place on a rolling basis. Most interviews will happen in April, but there is a possibility that at some campuses they will happen between now and April. All final decisions by the campuses have to be made by the end, April 30th, and so all group interviews will happen between now and then. In some specialized cases, you may be expected to attend an individual interview, but most students are just asked to attend the group interview before decisions are made. After the selection, you will be considered a finalist, and as a finalist, you will participate in 2 more steps before becoming an official Service Corps member. The first, as I discussed before, was the matching process. You must attend the matching fair, which will take place over 2 days at John Jay on June 16th and June 17th. So please, if you are making plans, make sure that those days are clear and free for you to attend the matching fair, and you will have the opportunity to interview and meet with many different community partners. Next up is the pre-service training. You must complete all 14 hours of pre-service training. This will happen at your campus in late August of this year. Once you've completed all of that, the onboarding with the Research Foundation, the 14 hours of pre-service training, you will be considered an official member of the 4th cohort of CUNY Service Corps. And you'll be one of these hundreds of happy young people you see here. So at this point, we usually take questions, but since this is not a live presentation, we will just keep it moving. If you want to submit a strong application, here are some tips. We want to make sure that you are submitting as strong an application as possible. All applications are read and scored, and so you want to make sure that you are paying attention to grammar and spelling and content, making sure that you're really offering up as much information as possible. So you want to plan ahead and you want to give yourself time. The application has 3 essays with 1 optional. We call them a short essay with a maximum of 200 words. But you want to make sure you're using all 200 of those words. You don't want to submit a short essay that is 3 sentences. So really, be thoughtful by planning and giving yourself time to make revisions. You will want to ask a professor or a former or current supervisor who knows you well to serve as your recommender. This person will be sent an online link and submit a reference letter on your behalf. You want to make sure that you ask their permission so that they know what this link is when they receive it, and you want to also give them plenty of notice. Each applicant will submit the email address of their person who is serving as their reference. You really want to make sure that that email address is entered correctly and properly with no misspellings or extra dots, because what you enter is what we will use to email the person who is serving as your reference. It's a very quick, if you want to explain to them what the process is, they will get an email with a link. They'll click on the link. It'll take them to your specific recommendation form, and they will enter right online a letter of reference detailing and outlining why you are the ideal candidate. Make sure that you're using your resources on campus, such as the Writing Center. There are many ways that you can improve if you're not a strong writer, or if you just like to be, do your due diligence. Make sure that you're using the resources you have available to you. And have someone else proofread your essays. We cannot stress this enough. We are scoring. You will be awarded a point or deducted a point based on your any errors that may occur, grammatically or spelling. So you want to make sure that your essays are proofread by someone else. Fresh eyes are always helpful. And lastly, you want to thoroughly review your application and ask questions when you are not sure. One of the things I want to stress is that the application is live and you can save and go back to it later. You will have to save it, and then you will a window will pop up where you will get a link to your specific application. There's also a button where you can have that link emailed to you. My recommendation to you is that you save your application as soon as you start it and save that link. If you walk away from your computer and the computer times out, you will lose your application. So my recommendation is that you save your application, you start your application, then click on that button, save and resume. A window will open up and it will say, it will give you a link to your application, as well as you can request that the link be emailed to you. So please take advantage of that feature. You can do your essays in Word and then copy and paste, but you really want to make sure you have the link to your saved application. If you haven't already liked us on Facebook, we are on social media. We use Facebook to communicate important messages, reminders, motivation. It's a great way for you to see pictures and hear from other Service Corps members and alums, so we urge you to like us on Facebook for updates and reminders. And you can also check out our videos. We have tons of videos on YouTube. We have pictures up on Instagram. And if you're curious, you can search across all platforms if you look up the hashtag CUNY Serves or CUNY Service Corps. Hashtag CUNY Serves, hashtag CUNY Service Corps. I'm going to take you right now to our website to show you exactly where our application lives. It is online. So here, let's just take a mosey on over here. This is our website, and you can find that online. Just Google CUNY Service Corps. You can see our website is right here, cuny.edu/site/Service Corps, and go to Members, slide down to Prospective, and here's the application. You'll see all of the reminders that we reviewed in the presentation just now. You can get more information, but if you're ready to apply, you can just click right here and it'll take you to the live presentation, to the live application. If you want to see our list of community partners, you can click right here under Community Partners Current. There is a PDF available. I guess let's just take a look at it together. So for 2015-2016, here's our list. It's many, 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 many great nonprofits, cultural institutions, and city agencies that are partnering with the CUNY Service Corps to give you opportunities to give back to your communities. Page 2. And as you can, look up some of these, you can Google them, you can figure out if this is an opportunity that you want to explore further. So here we are again, just to remind you, if you go to the home page, we are also right here on the home page, Apply Now. So I hope that answers all of your questions. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to the campus manager at your campus. It's right here, Contact Us section of our website, and you will see that each campus has a dedicated campus manager, and you can reach them. Here are their phone numbers and their email addresses. So I hope that you found this useful and that you will be applying to the Service Corps. So thanks for your time, and we will see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.